any of you could invent a holiday, what would the name of the holiday be, and what would the holiday celebrate?
Ice cream.
Donuts Day.
It would celebrate ice cream?
Donut Day.
Donut Day. Yeah.
Donut Day. We're just gonna call it Donut Day?
Donut Day. Simple.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah. You could invent a new holiday. What would the holiday be called, and what would the holiday celebrate?
Pass.
Like I'm supposed to just come up with something.
Yeah, just Johnny on the spot.
Okay, well then, no, it would have to celebrate something really intensely musical, right?
What would the holiday be called, and what would the holiday celebrate?
Brian gets a day off work day, and it's pretty self-explanatory. All Brians around the world
All Brian's
get a day off work.
If your name is Brian, you get a day off. All right.
Extraterrestrial Appreciation Day.
Nice.
That's what I do.
I like it. What would that holiday celebrate, and what would it be called?
It would be sales tax auditors are done holiday. It would be celebrating the completion of the 3 or 4 sales tax audits we've had this year, and we survived.
What would that holiday be celebrating, and what would it be called?
It would be Bring Your Pet to Work Day, and it would be on New Year's Eve, maybe, as a way to close out the year. Bring Your Pet to Work Day, and you could can enjoy your pets. Of course, that might be problematic, but
Would the pets have to wear PPE on job sites?
they absolutely would. Yeah, I'm envisioning some type of Kevlar vest that wraps around them, as well as a hard hat type climbing type helmet, and then booties. Steel-toed booties, of course, because you have to do that.
My new holiday would be called Recovery, and it's after every holiday, and it's food recovery, because you eat so much food, you need that day to just get back to real life.
Field Engineer Appreciation Day.
There you go. Okay. What would it be, and what would it celebrate?
Nap day, where everyone gets a nap all day. That'd be the best day of the year.
What day of the year would you make that?
Every day.
Yeah, right? Every day is a good answer.
Every day's nap day.
I'm trying to think, because during the fall, there's lots of days where you get off for holidays, so probably sometime in spring, because there's not any days off.
Yeah.
It's
like
Springsgiving.
You know what? Yeah, that's what it is. We should have another Thanksgiving, another family holiday that will be the
celebrates
same.
family.
What is the one thing that made you laugh the hardest at work this year?
Probably that question. I get to see a lot of unique and interesting things that occur that maybe a lot of other people in the company don't get to see. Probably would have to be, I'm just going to go off of recent memory, seeing our Director of Engineering, Ken Kozeski, dressed as Marilyn Monroe. That's an image that's burned into my mind in a lot of different ways, and it probably made me, if not outwardly laugh, inwardly laugh quite a bit. So
Probably Ken's Halloween costume.
Probably Ken dressing up as Marilyn Monroe.
Ken Kozeski's costume. It was fabulous. Especially when he did the kissy face, yeah.
So if you could just say on camera, whose costume specifically?
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
That was
That one,
anatomically correct.
Yes.
Halloween costume.
That was pretty good.
That was really good.
What is the one thing that made you laugh the hardest at work this year?
Pass.
Wow. I'm trying to. What would have made me laugh this year? I laugh all the time, so I'm trying to think what really made me laughed.
What is the one thing that made you laugh the hardest at work this year?
I don't think I've laughed once. That question.
Okay, this is it. I'm laughing right now.
There we go, good. What is the one thing that made you laugh the hardest at work this year?
Okay, I can't answer that. What's the next question? Seriously, I can't insult people.
I laugh all the time, so I'm trying to think what really made me laugh. There was something.
Keith.
Just cracks me up every day. Couldn't go a day without him.
Oh, no, I can't talk about that. So that's, no.
Hard to choose. I'm sure I've laughed at people. I'm sure people have laughed at me. It's all a continuous cycle of having a good time and laughing at each other.
What is the one thing that made you laugh the hardest at work this year?
It's kind of hard to say. Seeing Corey almost daily almost does that, so that's probably good enough.
There have been a few things. No, I can't. Oh, yeah, no, they're actually,
What gave me the best laugh this year was when we told Gary his part had come in to go to install at this church. And Gary Rutledge, the most enthusiasm you've ever seen from a service technician, said, "Whoop, whoop." And we hysterically laughed, and that's the running joke of when a part comes in, we all just very nonchalantly, whoop, whoop. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
remember a couple of things that really made me laugh. No, I can't talk about them because that's not, I mean, that would really embarrass somebody, and that's, I can't.
Probably goofy Halloween costumes. There were a lot of goofy ones.
Oh yeah. Are you getting the? Oh, listen, the employees at Fort AV provide hilarious material pretty much all the time, every day. I mean, it doesn't even matter. It could be something as simple as a PTO form. Just the inability. You should see what some people will put on a PTO form. It's and they'll just turn it in like, here, make this work. And
what is your favorite Thanksgiving memory?
I don't know. I got strep throat a lot as a kid. Usually on Thanksgiving, most years. It was pretty crazy. I don't know if that wouldn't be my favorite, I guess, then.
Favorite Thanksgiving memory? I've had a lot of wonderful Thanksgivings with the family, just playing board games, getting to know each other, talking, laughing. Good food, obviously, as always. So, yeah, always love it.
Being at home when my grandparents and my mom always switch off on who's hosting Thanksgiving. Whenever it's at our house, it was always because my whole family's musical, and so we'd be my dad, my brother, and I, and whoever else jamming. I'd be playing drums, my dad and my brother were playing guitar and bass and all that stuff. So we'd all just be playing music before the dinner comes out and stuff.
We had a Thanksgiving up in Indiana. My dad's family are from Indiana, so Dad took us back there when I was about 9 years old. And I mean, all the cousins got to be together. And so, I mean, it was this whole family, and it was this really idyllic kind of setting around the big table and in the big farmhouse. And so what was nice was it was an early snow, and in Indiana, the early snow with all the cousins and everybody around, and literally a fire in the fireplace. And the best part about it was that my dad and his sisters, they sang. They just started singing a cappella stuff, old hymns, and Dad got out the fiddle, and when the family just gets together and just starts doing stuff, just starts making music and singing these old hymns together, it's just amazing. I mean, you can't even. I couldn't even program something like that. It was just so spontaneous. And anyway, so I still remember it to this day. It was fantastic.
Probably when my kids were younger. My kids are older now.
Probably just seeing them get all excited about and making the little handprint turkey crafts and all that ridiculous stuff that's just fun.
Ooh, every Thanksgiving is a great memory because after I eat lunch with the family, my brothers and my dad and I and all the guys basically go out to the lease land for the rest of the weekend to hunt. And we've done that every year since I can remember. So it's always good. It's go eat with parts of the family and then take all the turkey and ham and rolls you can find to the lease land so you have sandwiches the rest of the weekend. Not to mention there's usually a pie, but I'm not a pie guy, so.
So what's been your biggest haul?
2 years ago, I got a really nice 8-point right after we got done eating lunch. We ate lunch and I said, I'm gonna walk over here to the tree stand just to see what's going on because it was cold weather, rainy, and as soon as I got over there, there was a big buck standing there and I got it. So it was awesome.
And then what is your favorite Thanksgiving memory?
As a kid, we'd go to grandparents' house and have a big spread and then go out and shoot a rifle or play with the cows and the horses and just back in the old days stuff.
Well, my favorite memory of Thanksgiving, I would have to say, was in it was in the early 70s, where I had been out of the country for a period of time, and I got a chance to come back and actually enjoy a Thanksgiving in the United States, which in other countries is quite different. They try to simulate it, but it's nothing like the ones that are actually put together and celebrated here in the U.S.
Never the same.
Never the same.
Right.
Often imitated, but never duplicated.
My grandfather, before he passed away, you know, when you get to a certain age in life, you get away with a whole lot, and you know, you can call people by the wrong names, you know, intentional or unintentional. But I probably had to say, I was around 12 years old, and we're in the middle of saying grace for our Thanksgiving dinner, and all of a sudden he just blurts out, I think I'm saying grace or somebody is, it's not him, and somebody blurts, it's him, he blurts out, "What is this spinning in my dang spoon?" And everybody stops, kind of looks around. Well, his spoon was sitting right next to him on his plate, and it was the reflection of the ceiling fan. And for whatever reason, he just decided during grace to break out with questioning why but he didn't realize it was the reflection of his spoon. Makes us laugh every time we talk about it, and it's a fond memory I have of my grandfather. He's a good man, but that's probably my favorite one, just because we talk about that one the most. But
that's a good one. All right, man.
No, dude, hit me in the head with the boom mic. I think that would be classic.
Oh, hey.
What's up, Cliff? Why are we filming me eating?
It's kind of weird.
It's not bad. I mean, you're not taking a bite right this minute.
I was about to.
Okay.
Yeah, and see, I keep my dough refrigerated because I'm putting it on the ends, you know. But I think that's why, and because if you leave it out, that makes them go a lot faster and better.
What's going on?
This isn't good, is it?
They're filming us, so
yeah.
Don't know what's going on.
And believe it or not, HR asked us to do it.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's our concern.
You know, they asked us to go out and ask people these Thanksgiving-related questions. I kind of think it's a way to kind of catch people doing things they shouldn't be doing at work. It's probably what it is.
Well, I'll leave you in your cube then, and they can talk to you.
No, I've already talked
to Jimmy. This is all about Mike.
I don't really have anything to say.
I'm like, okay, great. Let me shred that and start over.